What does a baby computer call his father?
What?
Dada.
Why did the sitcom about airplanes never take off?
Why?
It had a bad pilot.
After an unsuccessful harvest, why did the farmer decide to try a career in music?
Why?
Because he had a ton of sick beats.
Huh. What do you call a woman with a severe peanut allergy?
What?
Anaphylaxis.
I only seem to get sick on weekends. I must have a weakened immune system.
What shoes don't go on your feet?
What?
Tissues.
My friend was showing me his tool shed and pointed to a ladder. That's my step ladder, he said. I never knew my real ladder.
Where do dads store their dad jokes?
Where?
In the dad abase.
Huh. What do you call a Frenchman wearing sandals?
What?
Philippe Flop.
I left Adderall in my Ford Fiesta. Now it's a Ford Focus.
Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house?
Why?
Because the ghosts bring all the booze.
Boo. What are you guilty of when you tickle a man to death?
What?
Manslaughter.
I don't get why Marvel doesn't use the Hulk to advertise more. He's basically one big banner.
Well, I think you just read that. What did the flower decide to study in college?
What?
STEM.
What brand of underwear do scientists wear?
I don't know.
Calvin Klein.
Oh. Taking steps to overcome my hiking addiction, but I'm not out of the woods yet.
Which days are the strongest? Saturday and Sunday. The rest are weekdays.
How did the hot dog ask the ketchup out?
How's that?
He mustered up the courage.
I just found out I'm colorblind. The news came out of the purple.
If you believe in telekinesis, raise my hand.
Did you know your pupils are the last part to start working when you die? They dilate.
Okay. What is a horse's favorite condiment?
What?
Mayonnaise.
My wife asked me the other day where I got so much candy. I said, I always have a few Twix up my sleeve.
How did the fairy tale about the frog begin?
How?
One pond at a time.
How do cows stay up to date?
How?
They read the Moose paper. The Moose paper.
Yes. I hate it when my girlfriend keeps accusing me of cheating. She's starting to sound a lot like my wife.
What's the difference between a well-dressed man on a unicycle and a poorly dressed man on a bicycle?
What?
Attire.
But I'm One second.
Attire.
What? Yes. What shoes do ninjas wear?
What?
Sneakers.
I hate my job. All I do is crush cans all day. It's so depressing.
What prize do they give to the dentist of the year?
What?
A little plaque.
Where do pirates get their hooks?
Where?
Secondhand stores.
Why won't, or what do you call a clairvoyant?
What?
Wait, sorry. No. What do you call a clairvoyant little person who just escaped from jail?
What?
A small medium at large.
Of all the inventions in the last 100 years, the dry erase board has to be the most remarkable.
The Marine Corps always called me by my proper pronouns. I was always called a she-it bag.
In America, using the metric system can get you in legal trouble.
My girlfriend broke up with me because I had only 9 toes. She was lactose intolerant.
What do you call a line of men waiting to get haircuts?
What?
A barbecue.
I saw someone dragging a clam on a leash this morning. Must be hard to go on a walk with a pulled muscle.
In fact, if you sneer at any other method of measuring liquids, you may be held in contempt of court.
Where do frogs get their music?
Where?
Hopify.
Who were the greenest presidents in U.S. history?
Who?
The Bushes.
What do pigs give their dads on Father's Day?
What?
Lots of hogs and kisses.
My hotel tried to charge me $10 extra for air conditioning. That wasn't cool.
How do you organize a space party?
How?
You plan it.
What do you call a beehive without an exit?
What?
Unbelievable.
What did the Japanese man say to the Japanese woman?
What?
I have no idea. I don't speak Japanese.
If I ever find the doctor who screwed up my limb replacement surgery, I'll kill him with my bare hands. With my bare hands.
I lost my glasses last week. They meant so much to me. I can't see myself without them.
Did you know that the first French fries weren't cooked in France?
Nope.
They were cooked in Greece.
What do you call a dinosaur who knows a lot of words?
What?
Grandpa.
This morning, Siri said, "Don't call me Shirley. I accidentally left my phone in airplane mode."
Okay. How can you tell when a joke is a dad joke?
What? How?
When it's apparent.
You know, it's easy to convince ladies not to eat Tide Pods, but harder to deter gents.
My friend surprised me with a skydiving trip. It was completely out of the blue.
I asked my date to meet me at the gym, but she never showed up. I guess the two of us aren't going to work out.
Someone just threw a tub of mayo at me. What the hell, man?
How do you find Will Smith in a snowstorm?
How?
You look for Fresh Prince. For Fresh Prince.
Did you hear about the blacksmith who used a fake tool?
No.
It was a forgery.
The difference between a numerator and a denominator is a short line. Only a fraction of people will understand this.
Did you hear about the video game console company? Did you hear about the video game console company who started making knives?
No.
I just got my Nintendo Switchblade.
I found a wooden shoe in my toilet today. It was clogged.
If money did not grow in trees, why do banks have branches?
I just broke up with my mathematician girlfriend. She was obsessed with an X.
What do you do when you realize the salsa that you made to share at the office potluck is way too spicy for most?
How?
Add more cilantro.
I can't take my dog to the pond anymore because the ducks keep attacking him. That's what I get for buying a purebred dog.
What did the V8 say to the V12?
What?
You torque too much.
To whoever stole my copy of Microsoft Office, I will find you. You have my word.
One of the animals in the zoo is pregnant, but nobody wants to talk about it. It is the elephant in the womb.
What's Forrest Gump's password?
What?
One Forrest, one.
Is it better to be friends with a shrimp or a crab?
I don't know.
Neither. They're just too selfish.
I used to run a dating service for chickens, but I was struggling to make hens meet.
You want to hear a joke about pizza?
Sure.
Never mind, it's cheesy.
If prisoners could take their own mugshots, they'd be called selfies.
Did I tell you that time I fell in love during a backflip?
No.
I was heels over head.
Have you ever heard about the new corduroy pillows?
No.
They're making headlines.
What's the difference between a good pizza and a bad joke?
What?
The delivery.
You know, If a pig loses its voice, does it become disgruntled?
What job suits a hoarder?
What?
A wholesaler.
Want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind, it's terrible.
What do caterpillars hate?
What?
Dodger pillars.
A panic-stricken man explained to his doctor, "You have to help me. I think I'm shrinking." "Now settle down," the doctor calmly told him. "You'll just have to learn how to be a little patient."
What is the most horrifying thing to put on a bagel?
What?
Scream cheese.
What do you call a bundle of hay in a church?
What?
Christian Bale.
How does condiment excuse themselves?
How?
I must turd.
A ship carrying red paint and a ship carrying blue paint collide in the middle of the ocean. Both crews were marooned.
I took my son to school today. Thanks, Dad. I'll call you later. Oh. No, that was dumb. What has 75 balls and screws old ladies every Saturday night?
Who?
Bingo.
What's a guitar player's favorite Italian food?
What?
Stromboli.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
Why?
The same reason why you can't hear a possum have an orgasm.
How does cereal pay its bills?
How?
With checks.
Do you know why I don't trust ladders?
Why?
They are either up to something or bringing you down.
Have you heard about the restaurant on the moon?
No.
Great food, no atmosphere.
What happens when a female artist paints two squirrels on the side of a barn in central Russia?
What?
A girl's rural, plural, squirrel, mural.
I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on me.
What did Ken do when he felt horny?
What?
He put his shrimp on the Barbie.
What's blue and not very heavy?
What?
Light blue.
Oh. I'm getting older and thinking about whether it would be ethical to dye my hair. For me, it's such a gray area.
You know, I don't get why bakers aren't wealthier. They make so much dough.
5 ants living alone invite another 5 ants to live with them. Now they are tenants.
You know, I asked my wife if I was the only one she's ever slept with. She said, yes. The others were 7 and 8s.
Heavy rainfalls after many years of drought. I'll be damned.
How do you make a tissue dance?
How?
You put a little boogie in it.
What do you call a duck that is addicted to drugs?
What?
A quackhead.
How do flat earthers travel?
How?
On a plane.
What do you call a funny motorcycle?
What?
A Yamaha ha 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 ha.
I ordered a chicken and an egg from Amazon. I'll let you know.
My wife told me if I wasn't home from the bat in 10 minutes, she would feed my dinner to the dog. I made it home in 5 minutes flat. Wouldn't want anything happening to the dog.
Imagine if you walked into a bar and there was a long line of people waiting to take a swing at you. That's the punchline.
I told my wife that my wool sock had a hole in it. I was hoping for some tips on fixing it, but she just said, darn it.
My wife left me because of my obsession with pasta. I'm feeling kind of lonely right now.
If money is the root of all evil, then why do they pass the collection plate at church?
What's an astronaut's favorite part of the computer?
What?
The space bar.
And why weren't the vultures allowed to check their antelope carcass at the airport?
Why?
It was a carry-on.
Well, I was playing chess with my friend and he said, let's make this interesting. So we stopped playing chess.
How do you make an apple turnover?
How?
Push it downhill.
I was in a job interview the other day and they asked if I could perform under pressure. I said no, but I could perform Bohemian Rhapsody.
I tried all morning to cook an egg-related pun, but I couldn't crack it.
Why didn't the vampire attack Taylor Swift?
Why?
Because she had bad blood.
What do you call cheese that isn't yours?
What?
Nacho cheese.
Today I'm attaching a light to the ceiling, but I'm afraid I'll probably screw it up.
Where do fruits go on vacation?
Where?
Paris.
You know, I hate it when people say age is only a number. Age is clearly a word.
I used to play piano by ear. Now I use my hands.
Someone complimented my parking today. They left a sweet note on my windshield that said, "Parking fine."
What did the ocean say to the beach?
What?
Nothing. It just waved.
I was excited to hear Apple might start selling its own cars until I learned that they wouldn't support Windows.
What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet?
What?
Supplies.
I just applied for a job down at the diner. I told them I really bring a lot to the table.
Why can't a nose be 12 inches long?
Why?
Because then it would be a foot.
The cop says, "I'm arresting you for downloading the entire Wikipedia." The man says, "Wait, I can explain everything."
I was addicted to the hokey pokey, but I turned myself around.
Good for you. My friend couldn't afford to pay his bill, So I sent him a get well soon card.
Why couldn't the pony sing a lullaby?
Why is that?
Because she was a little hoarse.
I'm Buzz Aldrin, second man to step on the moon. Kneel before me.
What do you say when a chicken is looking at a salad?
What?
Chicken sees a salad.
Why was 2019 afraid of 2020?
Why?
Because they had a fight in 2021.
What do you call a dog magician?
What?
A labracadabrador.
Did you hear Bruce Springsteen change the lyrics to one of his songs?
Huh.
I mean, what's he going to change next? His hair? His clothes? His face? Gonna have to know Bruce.
What's a dog's favorite superhero?
What?
A Labrador.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. At least it does if you throw it hard enough.
What do you call a rabbit with fleas?
What?
Bugs Bunny.
I'm addicted to collecting vintage Beatles albums. I need help.
What do you call a deer with no eyes?
What?
No idea.
You know, in 2017, I didn't do a marathon. I didn't do one in 2018, 2019, or 2020. This is just a running joke.
Where would you find an elephant?
Where?
The same place you lost her.
Not to brag, but I made 6 figures last year. I was also named the worst employee at the toy factory.
Why does a pitcher raise one leg when he throws the ball?
Why?
If he raises them both, he'd fall down.
Ever since we started quarantining, I've only been able to tell inside jokes.
I kept wondering why the baseball was getting bigger. Then it hit me.
If you're feeling depressed, try drinking a gallon of water before you go to sleep. It'll give you a reason to get out of the bed in the morning.
Why don't football players wear glasses?
Why?
It's a contact sport.
My landlord told me that we need to talk about the heating bill. Sure, I said, my door's always open.
Why couldn't the baby score in basketball?
Why?
He was always dribbling.
I built a model of Mount Everest, and my son asked if it was to scale. No, I said, it's to look at.
What's the best animal in soccer?
What?
A scorpion.
What has 5 toes and isn't your foot?
What?
My foot.
Why didn't the teddy bear eat any of its birthday cake?
Why?
Because it was already stuffed.
My friend claims he glued himself to his autobiography. I don't believe him, but that's the story, and he's sticking to it.
What type of party do you throw for a dog's birthday?
What?
A ball.
When I was a kid, my mother told me I could be anyone I wanted to be. Turns out identity theft is a crime.
Why do people put birthday candles on top of a birthday cake?
Why?
Because you can't put them on the bottom, can you?
What's brown and sticky?
What?
A stick.
Why do candles love birthdays?
Why?
They like to get lit.
My doctor told me I was going deaf. The news was hard for me to hear.
What do you call a melon that's not allowed to get married?
What?
Cantaloupe.
A century ago, two brothers decided it was possible to fly. As you can see, they were right.
Did you hear about the two spiders who just got engaged?
No.
I hear they met on the web.
You know, I'm reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad's going to happen. I can just feel it.
Did you hear about the two florists who got married?
No.
It was an arranged marriage.
Anyone looking to buy a DeLorean? Good shape, good mileage. It's only been driven from time to time.
Two cannonballs got married this morning. I hear they're already expecting BBs.
Does anyone know where a guy can find a person to hang out with, talk to, and enjoy spending time with? I'm just asking for a friend.
Stop thinking of them as hot flashes. Think of them as your inner child playing with matches.
Why did the invisible man turn down a job offer?
Why?
He couldn't see himself doing it.
What do you call somebody who enjoys Mondays?
What?
Retired.
When I die, I want to be cremated. It's my last chance to have a smoking hot body.
What is a prize old people can win for aging?
What?
Atrophy.
Just say no to drugs. Well, if I'm talking to drugs, I probably already said yes.
My wife screamed, "You haven't heard a word I've said, have you?" What a weird place to start a conversation.
I once saw a one-handed man in a second-hand store. I told him, "I don't think they have what you're looking for, sir."
Wife. Our neighbor always kisses his wife when he leaves for work. Why don't you do that? Husband. How can I? I don't even know her.
What do you call a sad cup of coffee?
What?
Depresso.
Why did Comic Sans divorce Times New Roman?
Why?
He just wasn't her type.
What did one monocle say to the other monocle?
What?
Let's get together and make a spectacle out of ourselves.
I recently visited the world's tiniest wind turbine exhibit. Honestly, not a big fan.
How come the Hulk doesn't lose his pants when he transforms?
I don't know.
The experiment has altered his genes.
How does the moon cut his hair?
How?
Eclipse it.
You know, I didn't want to believe that my dad was stealing from his job as a traffic cop, but when I got home, all the signs were there.